We are taking a closer look at Charlotte 49ers football, and it's fun to say that. We're taking a closer look because there are players on campus, and we have a team, not the team that we're going to field when the first kickoff happens in August of next year, but Coach Brad Lambert and Jeff Mullen, our offensive coordinator, here, and let's talk about what stage we're on now. The guys are here. You've moved into your new facility. The main field is not quite done yet, but you do have practice facilities. What is the process now that players are here? I know you're not going to just jump right into pads and play calling.
Yeah, Ryan. We've said all along we want to take about 3 weeks and go through a conditioning period that we're doing now. We've got the guys on the field, trying to get them in shape. We've got them in the weight room, teaching them all the lifts and things like that. And then Coach Mullen and the guys are also, talking to them about our offense and our defense, where they're actually having some meetings with the guys and teaching them exactly how practice is going to run and what some of the plays are going to look like. And everything, for us is we had to teach them, last week how to line up for stretch and teach them all the basics. But it's fun to finally be doing that.
All right. Installing the offense. I'm sure you would usually rely on some of your upperclassmen to help with the terminology for the younger guys. Well, you got to teach the guys who will be veterans that terminology. A lot of film study, a lot of examples to the guys of what it's going to look like, Coach, as you start to kind of put this whole package together.
Yeah, not only with the players, but with the staff that we hired as well. Leading up to the kids getting on campus, we had to watch a lot of our previous tape and teach those guys what it is we want to do and what we want to look like on offense. And then certainly now with the kids on campus, trying to teach those guys what it should look like as well, using practice tape and things like that once we get into practice.
Now, I know as teams head into that first game, the one thing coaches always say, we're just so glad we're not hitting each other anymore. Well, that's all you're going to do this fall and into the spring. I know, sometimes tempers can we've seen in NFL camps, as they start getting ready for that first preseason game, they've been hitting each other for a month. How do you keep your team kind of united in the sense that we're not going to kill each other, guys? We've got to build it towards a team goal.
No question, Ryan. And I think that's the challenge for us and for me in particular to make sure that we're spacing practice out. We're not going back to back every day. Okay. And we've got to take some breaks in there and let our coaches, we've got to go on the road recruiting. We're still recruiting for next year's class. So we've got to break it up, keep it interesting. We've even, investigated some situations about going and practicing at different spots, whether that's in Winston-Salem or another spot here in South Charlotte. We're looking into some things like that to keep it interesting for our team and to not run into that, because essentially we're going to have 3 spring practices where normally you have 1. And that's always an issue. Guys get tired of hitting each other. But we've got to keep it interesting and not do too much back-to-back.
We got a piece of the playbook here. There's a lot in this, and it's going to get bigger, I'm sure, as guys start to learn and things like that. But as the install happens, we're going to actually put it on the field in October. I know that you're wanting fans to come out and see these guys. What can we expect to see out of these teams by the time October hits? On those Saturdays when you want guys to come out and want fans to come out and kind of get a taste of it? What should we watch for by that point?
Well, we're still learning, truth be told. Mm-hmm. We've got kids on campus that we're trying to fit their skills to our system, but we're still trying to figure that out. We want to be up paced. We want to be, fast and play loose and shotgun and all that kind of stuff. But we got to see what these kids can execute in practice until we get to that day.
Are we going to see some guys playing that may not even be in that position the following year? Because I'm sure as you get to know these guys on the field, you may determine even as late as next spring or as late as next July, gosh, this linebacker would be much better on offense, or a lineman switching sides, or you may have a guy or two have to be a backup on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, I think that was kind of our whole philosophy in recruiting these guys. We wanted versatile guys. We took, a lot of quarterbacks knowing they're not going to play quarterback, but they're really good players. So there's going to be guys switch around and switch positions, and we know that going in. We do have time to look at guys.
Mm-hmm.
That was a recruiting sell for us, we think you're going to be this, but you're pretty versatile. You might end up playing this. So it'll give us a chance to look at guys at different positions, and this guy might fit better over here. And there'll be some guys, that walk on that they're going to end up raising some eyebrows and end up playing for us. And so fitting those pieces together is the trick this fall and next spring.
We've advanced that into April. The 20th is when the last practice is, the spring game. Do you hope that you have a much better sense at that point of where you're going to be come August of next year?
Oh yeah, I think we will. We'll have, because the trick in this recruiting class is going to be put some age on our team. Some of those kids will come in January at mid-year, so we're going to have a much better feel once we get to April 20th, our spring game, and hopefully it's a real good atmosphere for us. People will come out and watch us in the spring game, and our kids will be, really excited about doing that, and we'll have a good feel for where we are. Who our quarterback's going to be, things like that. So it's going to work out good.
Well, it's been nice to have a chance to visit with you guys this last year. I know once you get into that team phase, we won't see you guys again. You'll be huddled up down at the field house, having meetings late into the night. These guys they've been without players for a year, so they finally get to hit the field. Very excited about that. We encourage all the fans to come down. They said most practices are going to be open. If you want to see what's going on, come get a taste of it because it kicks off in August of 2013. Jeff Mullen, our offensive coordinator, and head coach Brad Lambert. Thanks, guys, for a little bit of time. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
That's our football segment. Football is here at Charlotte. Wow, cannot wait.